Bhagwati Charan Vohra, the radical intellectual of India. Bhagwati Charan Vohra was an erudite individual whose larger-than-life presence exuded charisma and strength that made him an indomitable force of nature. His every word and action were packed with the power of his intelligence and radical ideologies. This is the story of a freedom fighter who said, "I want to die in such a place and manner that nobody knows of it and sheds tears." Unfortunately for him, history obliged his wishes, and he largely remains as an unknown and unsung hero of the Indian independence movement. Early life. Bhagwati Charan Vohra was born on 15th November 1903 in a wealthy Gujarati family that was settled in Lahore in the undivided Punjab. His father, Shiv Charan Vohra, was a prominent figure who worked as a senior railway officer and was given the title of Rai Bahadur in the year 1919 by the British government for his exemplary services. Bhagwati lived during a time when child marriage was very prevalent. In the year 1918, at the urgings from his family and that of his wives, he married Durgavati Devi, the daughter of Pandit Banke Bihari, when she was just 11 years old. However, Bhagwati was extremely supportive of her and ensured that their marriage did not stand in the way of her education, which was a progressive mentality in those times. Later, in December 1925, they had one son, Sachindra Vohra, who was named after an illustrious Indian revolutionary, Sachindranath Sanyan. Bhagwati died on 28th May 1930 in a bomb explosion that he was testing for a particular cause. The critical injuries he sustained led to his untimely demise at the age of 26. His wife, Durga Devi, continued to fight for India's freedom and was hailed as Durga Bhabi by the people. Education. Although Bhagwati got admission in college to continue his higher education, he put a hold to it and left the college in 1921 to join the non-cooperation movement started by Mahatma Gandhi. However, the 1922 Chauri Chaura massacre led to the suspension of the movement by Gandhi himself. As a result, Bhagwati later resumed his education by gaining admission in the National College in Lahore, started by Lala Lajpat Rai, exclusively for Indian students who were unable to get admission in government colleges. He completed his BA and graduated from the college in 1923. Political activities. Bhagwati's feelings of anti-colonialism was brought about by the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, a tragedy that took the lives of hundreds of Indians by the British forces. As an avid reader, Bhagwati was deeply inspired by the 1917 Russian Revolution and formed several political ideologies based on it. He considered the concept of communism to be the ideal solution for most of India's problems, including poverty, hunger, agricultural and social issues, etc., and wanted to incorporate that model into the Indian political scenario. He came in contact with M.N. Roy, a Marxist, and also started the smuggling and distribution of the Vanguard of Indian Independence journal authored by Roy in India. But the lack of action by the party members disappointed and disillusioned Bhagwati. And as a result, he turned towards organizations that actively participated in India's freedom struggle with a purpose. The National College in Lahore served as a meeting ground for Bhagwati, as he was able to get acquainted with a number of political activists, including the members of the Hindustan Republican Association or HRA, such as Professor Jayachandra Vidyalankar, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, and several others. They later went on to become the freedom fighters of India. Hindustan Republican Association or HRA. Through its acquaintance with Vidyalankar and Bhagat Singh, he joined the Hindustan Republican Association or HRA to take part in their political endeavours. With assistance from Singh, Bhagwati prepared a manifesto for the HRA. In 1928, the organization got converted into the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association or HSRA, and Bhagwati later became its president. NAUJAWAN Bharat SABHA or NBS. The NAUJAWAN Bharat SABHA or NBS was a leftist youth organization associated with the HRA and established by Bhagwati and Bhagat Singh in Punjab in the year 1926. The aim of the establishment was to mobilize the working class segment of the population and to organize a socialist revolution in India. Bhagwati served as the NBS propaganda secretary and was also responsible for drafting its manifesto, which was prepared on April 6, 1928. The document was a call to action that encouraged the youth of India to act based on the triple motto of service, suffering and sacrifice. In addition to this, Bhagwati was also involved in the formation of the Lahore Students' Union in 1927 along with its associates, bomb manufacturing. Bhagwati can be considered as the mastermind behind several of the bomb incidents organized as part of the revolutionary activities in India. In 1929, he had even rented room number 69, Kashmir building in Lahore, and used it as a bomb factory. The manufactured bombs were utilized by various members for carrying out numerous radical activities that would cause the British forces to leave the country. One such bomb manufactured by Bhagwati was involved in the Central Assembly bombing perpetrated by Bhagat Singh and Batukeshwar Dutt in 1929, which subsequently led to their arrests. Another infamous bombing activity that involved Bhagwati's handiwork was the attempted assassination of the then Indian Viceroy, Lord Irwin. The idea was formulated as a form of protest in order to persuade the officials to release the arrested Indian activists. On December 23, 1929, the plan was executed under Bhagwati's guidance by planting a bomb on the train that carried the Viceroy through the Delhi-Agra railway route. Even though the bomb exploded as intended, the Viceroy managed to escape with only minor injuries, thereby disappointing the entire group involved in its execution. Bhagwati was undaunted by the apparent failure of his mission. He then hatched a plan to enable both Bhagat Singh and other imprisoned revolutionaries to escape from prison with the help of another bomb. He, along with a few of his compatriots, was testing the bomb near the river Ravi when it unexpectedly exploded and killed him. Notable works. Bhagwati Charan Vohra's intellect knew no bounds. He was widely considered to be the brains behind several revolutionary activities and hence was a powerful orator, event organizer and propagandist. He had penned a myriad of documents, including books, essays and pamphlets that were instrumental in fostering patriotism among the youths of India. The Philosophy of Bomb was a treatise authorized by Bhagwati and Chandrasekhar Azad in January 1930. It was written in retaliation to Mahatma Gandhi's essay, The Cult of Bomb, that condemned the actions of radical activists who planted a bomb in a train that carried an Indian viceroy. Through the article, Bhagwati criticized the non-violent strategy of Gandhi that yielded no results and implored the youth to come forward for fighting valiantly against the British rule in India. Other notable articles of his include The Message of India, the Manifesto of the NAUJAWAN Bharat SABHA, and the Manifesto of the Hindustan Republican Association. Bhagwati's aim was to infuse his ideologies into the youth and inspire them to come forward to join their country's fight for independence. Death. Bhagwati Charan Vohra's death was an unexpected event that occurred as a result of his work. On 28 May 1930, Bhagwati was testing the working of a bomb near the river Ravi. The bomb was to be used as a part of the rescue of Bhagat Singh and other associates who were arrested in relation to the Lahore conspiracy case. However, during its testing, the bomb exploded unexpectedly in his hand and Bhagwati was severely wounded. He succumbed to death and passed away at the age of 26 as a result of the explosion. Conclusion. Bhagwati Charan Vohra was unapologetically radical in all aspects of his political life. He embraced it wholeheartedly and wielded its power to its fullest capacity in his fight to secure complete freedom for his country and his people. However, his identity and his actions failed to be an indelible part of Indian history, and he got erased from the minds of Indians with his unfortunate death through a bomb explosion, an activity that he was, ironically, engaged in for the sake of the same Indian citizens.